What's going on YouTube? Kamikazevondoom here with another Division 2 video, and I'm just checking in on you. How you doing? What's going on? Now today is Wednesday, January 4th, and I do understand that I missed a vendor reset yesterday. I'm so sorry everyone. We actually decided to take a family day trip yesterday and go see a certain mouse. Everyone seems to be cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs over, and it was pretty fun. Had a good day with the fam. Now, what I'm going to do in this video, just to make up for that, I understand I'm doing this a day late, so to make up for that, what I'm going to do is I'm only going to show you my must-buys and things to look at per vendor. So if you like this overly edited version, just let me know. It will be shorter. It will only show you things that I recommend. That way I can then go over and do a Cassie Mendoza video in a few hours, which, okay. But if you do like this version better than me going to each item, talking it over, then let me know in the comments, hit that thumbs up. If this video does get the support, then I'll change up the, what is it, like the method, the technique that I use for my live videos. But without further ado, sit back, relax, grab that popcorn, and let's jump into it. We're going to start off at the base of ops. So here we go. And at the base of ops, must-buys, things to look at, I'm going to start off with the setup. This is the named Uzina Gattaca backpack with Perfectly Opportunistic. Now this one comes with armor for the core, armor regen, and headshot damage. Now what I would do is keep this for a armor regen build, and you could reroll that headshot damage off for crit chance, crit damage, whatever it is you want, but keep that armor regen on there. And the reason being is you could run one using, say, 3 Heligard and 2 Golem Gear, and you could have a really tanky armor regen build. And this would be at the forefront. You can use this with shotguns or marksman rifles. I would probably go with a shotgun, and if you would ask me which shotgun, I would probably do, I don't know, a Scorpio, M870, or Super 90. Alright, and let's move on to the next. Must-buys, things to look at from the Countdown vendor. Right off the bat, the Good Times is a PvP exclusive item, so definitely pick up the Good Times as a bare minimum. The Picaro's holster, again, another great pickup. With this one, you get the 2 core attributes, so you can re-roll that armor regen off for whatever it is you want, and boom, you have a perfect Picaro's holster. These two definitely must-buys in my opinion. The Good Times, because it is more on the rare side, being a PvP exclusive, or you can find it at this vendor randomly, or maybe a named item cache if you're lucky. But right here, right now, 75 requisition credits or whatever they want to call it for Countdown. Pick up the Good Time now. Now, the Picaro's holster, a lot of people already have this, but if you do not already, the 132 core attribute for that armor isn't bad. It's decent. So you could easily just optimize that a few times to max. So then I would recommend just, re-rolling that armor regen for whatever it is you want. Crit chance, crit damage, headshot, the works. But you can make this perfect. All right, let's move on. And must-buys, things to look at from the clan vendor. Starting off with the Baker's Dozen. This one's a good setup if you are looking for like an all-crit version of the M1A Baker's Dozen variant. And this one comes with 14.9 rifle damage, 8.5 crit chance, and then of course that crit damage. So what I would do here, because the crit chance is so close to max, if you want to keep this one all crit, just max out the crit hit damage by recalibrating it, and then optimize that crit chance. I believe it's only once, and then you can max that out. Pretty simple. Now the next one would be the Richter and Kaiser holster. This one comes with max repair skills. Now Richter and Kaiser will give you incoming repairs, but also repair skills under 2 of their 3 brand set bonuses. So this one's pretty good if you're looking at, trying to heal yourself or heal others. this one's not a bad one to pick up because you could reroll that headshot for whatever other attribute you want and keep it there. Or if you want to do some sort of like healer headshot build, you could re-roll that skill tier to a weapon core or an armor core and then utilize the repair skills like that. And then also at the clan vendor, we have a Heligard holster with armor regen and crit hit damage. The reason why I'm talking about this one is that I was just talking about the setup where you could do an armor regen variant with 3 pieces of Heligard, that 1 piece of Uzina, and then 2 pieces of Golan, which would give you, the armor regen, the extra armor, what have you. And this one's a perfect match. I mean, this one comes with crit hit damage and armor regen. You could easily use this in an armor regen build. We all know that I love armor regen builds. I've done dozens of them. And I mean, this is making me want to do another armor regen build, to be honest. All right, but that is your clan vendor. Let's move on to the next. All right, we're at the campus settlement, and the campus settlement kind of feels like a bust. However, this Wyvern holster is good for skill builds, so you could compromise and get this holster if you don't already have one. It has a skill damage and skill haste, which is perfect for any skill build. And then, of course, that Wyvern Wear brand set bonus gives you 10% skill damage as well. So with that, you could easily reroll the skill tier if you want to do some sort of hybrid with like armor or weapon damage, or you could easily just max out the skill damage on this, work on optimizing that skill haste, and until then, just enjoy all of that extra skill damage. But the rest of it's crap, though. I mean, this Wyvern holster is not that great either, so let's just chalk up Campus as a big L. Now, Dark Zone vendors, we all know you need DZ resources to buy anything from these Dark Zone vendors. Just for a reference, if you go to your resources, just above your keys are your Dark Zone resources. Right now, I only have 3 out of 999, but remember, these are per character. So I have a few hundred DZ resources on my second character, and then on this character, I only have 3. So if I were to ever find anything I wanted, I could just jump over to that other character, buy it, put it in the stash, and then boom, I have it on my main character. But just remember that DZ resources is your currency for all of these DZ vendors. With that being said, let's jump over to DZ West. All right, I'm going to say it right now. Dark Zone West is a complete and utter bust. It doesn't have anything I even want to talk about. So let's jump over to Dark Zone South. All right, and now we're in DZ South. Any must-buys, things to look at? Not really, in my opinion. I don't really recommend any of these items. Yeah, none of these items at all. Well, actually, scratch that. So, if you want y'all gear, I guess materials, right? What do they call them? Y'all gear. Let's see here. Go down to resources. Let's go to y'all gear. Right here. So, y'all gear synthetic penna. This is a material that you can use to craft y'all gear items. Now, a lot of people are like, yo, how do I get y'all gear? How do I get system corruption gear? And it's pretty simple. If you find it and you don't like it, dismantle it for the material. That way you can craft one later because they do have y'all gear crafting blueprints and they do have system corruption crafting blueprints. So the same logic applies there. So you could easily, let's just say you had, I don't know, max resources, right? Okay, well, you could come over here and buy a few of these, y'all gear chest pieces, just break them down, and then you could roll whatever y'all gear pieces you want. I believe it is 3 y'all gear pieces to craft 1 other y'all gear. So you would have to dismantle 3, get those materials, and then go over and craft, whatever y'all gear you want. I believe the blueprints are backpack, mask, chest piece, and holster, I believe. I don't remember right off the top of my head, but I'm pretty sure it's those. But anyways, this y'all gear chest piece, the reason why I'm saying buy it and break it down is because it comes with armor regen, crit chance, and tamper proof. There is nothing on there for hazard or anything like that at all. I mean, if you're using the y'all gear just to become pulse resistant, then this would be a good pickup. You could reroll the tamper proof for whatever talent you want, and then just use it as like an armor regen crit build, which is fine. But a lot of people like to use that y'all gear for the hazard, so that's why I was recommending you could buy this one, break it down, and then craft another y'all piece if you want. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. Let's move on to DZ East. Yo, yo, yo. I just did a Hollow Man build just what, like 2 days ago? And then the very next day, the Hollow Man is for sale. Holy guacamole, Batman. I didn't know this one. This is awesome. I'm gonna be doing a hell of a lot more health damage builds now that this is actually for sale because you can pick it up. This is sick. So right now, DZ East, pick up the Hollow Man mask right now. This is a great mask to use for those health damage builds. You could even use this on a hazard build. I would highly recommend using that health damage on an assault rifle because the assault rifles already come with health damage. So you could up that even more, or you could be nasty and put it on like a, I don't know, like a SMG build or like something stupid like that. That way you could have like high damage to armor, and then this health damage could help you just melt them through their health. I mean, this is a great mask to pick up. The attributes, all right, let's be honest here, the attributes are not great. Weapon handling, no thank you. So I would probably re-roll that weapon handling off. However, remember that that core attribute is at 118 at a 170, so I'm not really a huge fan of that either, but it is doable. You could re-roll that weapon handling for whatever it is you want, and then just optimize that armor. That would probably be my way to go, but it is a lot of optimization. And we are at the theater settlement. Now, this is our last stop in Washington, D.C. before we go to New York City. Now, there's nothing in here that I would recommend or pick up, but they do have the stage left. So if you're working on your proficiencies, what have you, you can pick up the stage left here, but I would not recommend actually using any of these items. All right, so that's it for Washington, D.C. Let's go to New York. And by the way, I am doing this new technique, this new method to this video. So if you do enjoy this method, just let me know in the comments, hit that like, support it, and I could do this every week on Tuesdays, just to help everything out. But yeah, let's jump over to New York City. Here we go. Marco. So we're up here at the top of the escalator in the Haven settlement, and this is Marco, your second to last vendor of the vendor reset. And for must buys from Marco, I would say take a look at this Bellstone Armory backpack. So this Bellstone Armory backpack comes with Unstoppable Force, which increases your weapon damage every time you get a kill. And then it also comes with crit hit damage and headshot damage. Now you could re-roll that armor core off for weapon damage core and just, utilize that armor regen as you see fit. Or you could re-roll either headshot or crit hit damage off for armor regen and then just spec into it even more. Now, do with it, what you will. I know there's a lot of people out there that love Unstoppable Force. In my opinion only, I would say that the Memento backpack made this talent obsolete, basically, just because the Memento gives you so much more. But if you don't want to run that exotic, I mean, this is your next best thing. So there you go. Unstoppable Force, Bellstone Armory comes with crit hit damage and headshot. Now, there's really no other things in this vendor that I would tell you to pick up. However, a notable item right here is the Sokolov Concern holster. The only reason I'm saying it's notable is that you could easily just reroll this health off for max crit hit damage. You could optimize that crit chance maybe 2 or 3 times to max it out, and then optimize that core attribute weapon damage to max, and then have a completely maxed out double crit Sokolov Concern holster. But like I said, it's notable. I wouldn't really recommend that. It's too much optimization, optimizing in my opinion, but it is what it is. Now, I'm not going to sit there and over edit Roy Benitez because he's right here. So here we go. Oh man, I almost forgot the dog. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, buddy. Don't get mad at me. Don't bite. Everyone, if you pass this dog, make sure you interact. Pet the dog. Hey, buddy, how you doing? You know, make sure he's happy. Check the food. Check the water. You know how it goes. I mean, it takes a village to raise an animal, right? Is that what the saying? Hold on. What? Anyways, let's move on. All right, Roy Benitez, our last vendor. Here we go.
What can I do for you?
And just scrolling through this really quick to help everybody out. I wouldn't recommend anything from here. All right.
Glad
And
we
there
can
we
help
go.
each other
That is
out.
it from Roy Benitez. And that is your like super quick vendor reset and must buys. Today is January 4th. I understand it is Wednesday, so I will be doing a Cassie Mendoza video very soon. So look out for that. Hit that like, subscribe. Again, let me know if you like this new way of doing the weekly vendor reset. If not, I'm going to go back to the old way next Tuesday. But with all that said and done, I'll see you all in the next video. Take care, everyone. Peace.